I'm now at the end of my first visit as the European Union Special Representative for the EU Facilitated Dialogue and other Western Balkans regional issues. European Union 27 member states send a very strong signal of a renewed interest and engagement with Kosovo and in the region by mandating me on the April 2nd. And you know, whenever I do something, I'm trying to do it for 100%. And that's why I'm ready and committed to fully engage, to resume the EU facilitated dialogue without further delay, and to help the parties to work towards a comprehensive agreement that will normalize the relations between Kosovo and Serbia, that will solve all outstanding issues, that will be sustainable, that will be acceptable for both the region and the European Union member states. Over the last 3 days, I held very constructive and useful meetings with the political leadership, including President Thaci, Speaker Osmani, Prime Minister Hoti, representatives of all political parties in Kosovo, and members of the international community. In my meetings, I stressed that Kosovo needs to be united in the dialogue, and the dialogue should be put above politics, just like the European integration should be put above politics. We discussed the way forward to swiftly resume the EU facilitated dialogue, including very concrete next steps on dates, methodology, modalities, priorities, and overall expectations. And I'm very happy to see that the EU facilitated dialogue is a priority for the government. And I'm pleased with the seriousness and readiness of my interlocutors to sit down at the negotiating table. I expect the dialogue to resume soon. As I will visit Belgrade next week, I intend to also discuss these elements with President Vučić so that we can officially and jointly announce the first meeting in Brussels and its date. We should not forget that for the past 10 years, the EU facilitated dialogue has brought about very real and very important results for the people of Kosovo. That people and goods can move freely. The integration of Serbian police and judges and prosecutors into the Kosovo system, international dialogue code. Without the EU facilitated dialogue, those and many others would not have been possible. And I want to build on that. So I'm leaving Kosovo with the reassurance that the conditions are now in place for this to happen. Let me also stress one more thing. Kosovo is part of Europe. Your problems are our problems. Your success is our success. And your future is European. The road of Kosovo to the European Union goes through this dialogue. This is explicitly stated in the United Nations General Assembly resolution of 2010 and in all the Council conclusions of the European Union since then. I want Kosovo to advance on this path. It cannot be done with anyone but the European Union. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your questions. I think that my mandate is very clear on this. Comprehensive agreement means the agreement that solves all outstanding issues. The dialogue has already a history of almost 10 years. Number of agreements were implemented. There are some agreements that were agreed, signed, but not implemented. So we want at the end of this process to have solved and addressed all the issues. This is what I understand as comprehensive agreement. And my mandate does not expect me to be a negotiator forever or the facilitator forever. I want to bring this process to a successful end without delay. I'm speaking about a period of several months if both parties are ready. And let's also make one thing clear, that the European Union is the facilitator. That means our role is to help the parties to agree. It's not our role to force the party to accept anything they don't want to. I believe the European future is a motivation strong enough for both Kosovo and Serbia to engage in this dialogue. And our role also is to make sure that the dialogue is anchored in European values, European standards. So that means that everything that is agreed brings both Kosovo and Serbia closer to their European future.